Hello, Cougars. My name is Laura Richard, and I'm your district therapist. I have not had an opportunity to come talk to all of the campuses, so I wanted to share this short video with you and tell you about my website for you. It's called Cougar Cares, and it has a resource center. CARE stands for Community Appreciation and Restoration for Educator Success. That's you. So this website is for you to build you up, to help you learn some strategies and skills so we can help our students. We all know our situation, which is crazy. We've never had a year like this before. So new teachers, substitute teachers, and veteran teachers. We all need a little something else to fill us up and continue us working through this difficult year. The site contents here are all hyperlinked, so you can go directly to a section that you want to know about. The mission and goals is here if you'd like to check those out. I'll have a message here for you. And these little arrows, down arrows, means to click on that because there's more for you to look at or read. And they will automatically go back. You don't have to do anything else. So part of my job is social emotional learning. What is that? It's been buzzing around for a while, and now it's part of our education code. I wanted you to be well aware of what social emotional learning is. And so I have provided you with some very short videos on what it is, why it's important, and the effects of after implementing social emotional learning in classrooms and campuses. What happens and what are those benefits? Every video and thing that you will see here is going to be very brief because I know time is so valuable. Um, because we do not have a dedicated curriculum or time for explicit teaching in social emotional learning strategies, I have decided that we will utilize the 3 signature practices for SEL, and this is from Castle. This is not something extra. This is not another thing on your plate. This is the plate. So if you think about it, the last year or so, we've been trying to juggle and manage everything in our hands, and things are falling through the cracks where students are falling through our fingers. So this is the plate. We've got to be emotionally well. We've got to be mentally well and okay for us to do anything teaching as well as learning. So we're going to utilize some 3 simple strategies this year. So it's not anything added to your lesson plan. It's just implementing 3 strategies with your students. Mindfulness is another way we can focus on SEL. Mindfulness is another one of those things like, what is that? So I have some very brief videos on what mindfulness practices is, how it helps reduce our stress and anxiety, and how we can practice it. What things can we do? I also have here some 3 special practices for you to try out. These are all very different because mindfulness practices can be done in a multitude of ways. Restorative discipline practices is another thing that's been buzzing around, and so I want you to know what it is. I'm so excited that I will be training a group of teachers. We're going to start out small in this process. Our RDP is not a program, it's a process. So we're going to start with a small group of teachers, training them up to utilize these practices. So I just have a little bit of information here on what that is. Now, I am here for you. I'm just one person, but I definitely want to support everybody, especially if you call on me for help. So how can you get me? You can make an appointment through the Calendly link right here. You can email me. You can call me on my extension. And I have this Yammer, which is kind of like a Google social media thing. I'm going to try it out and see what happens. I thought it would be a great way to extend our discussions, share stories and pictures, and things like that. I also have some inspiring pictures, things that I like to share. And then here is our content again, so you can get back to the top without scrolling all the way through. Now, our 3 signature SEL practices has its own tab because these are very important. This is what we're doing, y'all. These 3 practices. So I've got to share what they are and how to do them. I have a document for you here, and it's also shown here in the little down arrow. Here is our 3 September strategies. How to implement those. I have a little short video on how to implement these very simple, as my mama would say, great teaching practices. So here is a really short video to help you do that. I'm also going to have training on that, and we're going to be doing a lunch and learn to talk about that more and extend that conversation. I do have a training calendar. You can see that here, and all the trainings going on. When I get dates confirmed, I'll put the dates on those calendars. Now, if you still need some help, of course, contact me at the bottom. Documentation is really our resources. So again, the hyperlinks are here in the contents, our training calendar. Project Restore is going to be a virtual lunch and learn. This date is wrong. It should be the 28th. You'll be getting some information on that. I want to meet with you guys during between 10:30 and 1 o'clock. I'm trying to capture everybody's lunchtime. Maybe I'm going to capture your conference time and just share with you strategies and information and training. We're going to focus on Project Restore, which is all about bringing our students back to school. Anytime I find a webinar or session for you, I'm going to add that here, especially free. And then grief resources, which has been a huge concern for our district. So some information on how to work with students with grief, some storybooks, and then our comfort bags that we are sharing with students who have lost a loved one. I do have some more mindfulness things. This is a Padlet with a tremendous amount of resources. And if you still need help, contact me. I'm here for you, and I'm so excited to be here in Crosby ISD, working with the best schools and the best students and the best educators in the state of Texas. Thank you so much for listening, and keep checking into this website weekly.